Hello everybody, and welcome back into the Fallout shelter again today. We're going to hopefully see if it runs a little better this time. Good to see all of you again. Glad you could make it in here with us. Let's see, we got John Hart Crane, Stephanie, Marcy, Victoria. Good to see you guys. Much love. Glad you all could make it. And we're just going to start from here. We're going to start completely over. I'm not just going to pretend like we didn't get anything out earlier and just start completely from scratch. How about that? I will give a heads up for some quick real reporting from deep in the sticks of Mississippi as far as the gas situation goes. Now, trust me, I personally believe that all of these shortages, anything that's going on, it's really just a controlled collapse. That's why we've been telling everybody to be prepared for years. It is 2021. Only half the conspiracy theorists for the last 30 years have told everybody, beware of 2021. Hey, Lynette, good to see you. Much love. And now we're here and it's happening and everybody's like, oh, wow. So here we are again. And I'll tell you, I went down to check with the guy here that I know that owns a local gas station, and he's awake. He's pretty much on top of things, and we talk a lot, and he keeps up pretty good. And so we were talking because I noticed he had put on his pumps $25 maximum purchase right now. And I was talking with him, and he said, well, yesterday we got our fuel load in, and they only received a third of the load that they normally get. Which, if you know anything about the gasoline and oil industry anyway, we have a ton of reserves up. And it's probably not as much a shortage as it is a holding. Let's just put it that way. Hey, there's good Mackie coming in. Much love, much love. So what they've done here is the station across the road. It's completely out. It's empty. We have 2 stations in this town. Well, technically we have 3. One of them's right on the kind of outskirts. I haven't checked with them. Don't know them, but the one in town at the 4-way stop, the one 4-way stop we have, it's out on one side, and on the other, that guy, he's a local, lived in this town all his life. He cut it down to $25 per person right now. And when I was talking to him about that, he said, well, I've had a lot of people react negatively to me, mad about it because I won't let them fill up their stuff. He said, but I'm trying to take care of the people who still have to go to work, that are willing to get up off their lazy rump and to go to their job every day. He said, I want to make sure that those people are able to get enough gas to get back and forth to work to try to help through this. So I really commended him on that. Even if he is having to limit something, he's doing it for the good of our community right here. And he's having to take some hits for it. So I told him, I said, well, I stand beside you, and even if something come up and I couldn't get my gas, I respect you enough on that. You won't ever hear no fussing from me on it, because let's face it, the guys at the convenience stores, they're not the one in control of the gas, I don't even want to call it a shortage, stoppage. How about that? The situation. Those guys are the ones that just have to see the public on it on a daily basis. So yeah, that's what's happening here in the heartland and the sticks of Mississippi. It has finally hit us in the last day too. So
the pipeline runs right through the next where we get our gas from.
Right. The county.
No, it goes through Meridian to Houston.
The next county.
Yeah, the next county.
Yeah, the pipeline actually runs through the next county from where we're at. So he said he still thinks they've kept some fuel. And let me tell you, I've painted some of the tanks here in town that they keep fuel in. They are huge. And I also know where military tanks are stored out in the woods. So, worst come to worst, we go get some JP8, JP5 or something. We'd be able to burn kerosene anyway. Whew, all right, with all that, that's enough of that. Let's get into the real thing and try to get back to where I started earlier. I guess I could just go right off of the beginning of I don't know. I lost my brain there for a minute. Okay, well, let's just start here since I have it up on the screen. Okay, yesterday I put out a little video with some little things up on the screen around Fauci and Rand Paul's little interaction that they had going on. Now, I want all of y'all to be aware of something in my opinion. In my opinion, what happened yesterday is probably some of the most well thought out, most well written, and most well played political theater that we have seen in a while. It was done in a way so that the people who are diehard conservatives could say that Rand Paul made Fauci look like an idiot. And it was done in a way so that people who are diehard liberalists, Democratic side, could say, oh yeah, Fauci really put Rand Paul in his place. Telling them that we don't do that. Okay. They both disclosed yesterday that in North Carolina and 11 other states in the United States, gain-of-function research is being done at an alarming rate. That is what they told us. That was the whole story if you want to know the truth. Hey, any of this biological weaponry stuff going on, we're doing it here exponentially. We used to think that all that was going on at, what was that, Plum Island or something? Where they're doing bio research and all that. No, we have 11 facilities and the gain-of-function research on coronaviruses in America was being done in North Carolina. They admitted that to you. Okay, on top of that, they did that while lying about paying for it in China. And in China, they kept talking about Dr. Shi. Okay, I'm going to introduce y'all to Dr. Shi real quick. Back in 2008, in the Journal of Virology, the American Society for Microbiology, there was a paper published. If you're looking at it right now, it says difference in receptor usage between severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus and SARS-like coronavirus of bad origin. Now, they don't like us talking about this a lot, so I don't know what's going to happen. State Key Laboratory of Virology. And if you look at these names up here, you've got Wuzrin. I tried to get this one right. Zhaozhe Q, Wendong Li, Xingang Han, Mingpu, Ping Zhao, Xu Yizhang, Lin Fa Wang, Hongku Ding, and Xingla Shi. That's the Dr. Shi that he talks about over and over. That is the director of the Virology Institute, of the Key Laboratory of Virology, the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Okay. Now, I had, our chickens are, that rooster's getting down right now. I don't know if y'all can hear him. He's right next door to me, actually. He's having a good old time in the afternoon. It ain't time to get up.
No, he's playing with other roosters.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can hear them too? Yeah.
They're talking.
When I tell y'all, look, I live in a town. I live in a town, a city, a incorporation, and we have chickens in our yard. Guys, if you got problems where you live, you might want to head to the sticks that have been downed all their life, where we're behind in everything. We may be behind in everything, but we got gardens and chickens and eggs in the yard. Just saying. Oh, let's see real quick. I missed a lot of people. Marcy T, Tricky, Chrissy Shakur, good to see you guys. Betty Sue, much love to you all. Don't jab me, bro. Back again. Oh, Marcy, I see you. I'm going to probably start repeating. Bill Stagman, good to see you. Much love to all of you guys. Glad y'all are being able to make it in here with us today. Get right back to where we were at. Okay. All right. Let's see. This is a paragraph that I say a lot of letters in. So, let's just get to it. Severe acute respiratory syndrome is caused by the SARS-associated, which and when I cough, that's the, Rick Swain, good to see you. Jules, good to see you. Much love to you. When I cough, that's my keyword for the sickness. And if I say lollipop, that's my keyword for the jab. And I hate to do that, but I'm trying my best not to get this channel crashed because I do like to come see y'all and I do like to get to pray with y'all at the end. And that's more important than any of this information to me. So that's why I'm trying to start do that a little bit. And I will call the other stuff, shall we say, new technology. And if you want to hear me say the words, come to DLive. Because because I don't try my best to, and that's probably the problem since I don't do it there. When I come here, I'm like, oh yeah. Okay, let's try this again. Severe acute respiratory syndrome is caused by the SARS associated, which uses angiotensin converting enzyme 2, which is the ACE2, as its receptor for cell entry. A group of, I think we can say SARS. Well, it has been identified in horseshoe bats. SL-CoVs and SARS-CoVs share identical genome organizations and high sequence identities, with the main exception of the N-terminus of the spike protein, known to be responsible for receptor binding in CoVs. In this study, we investigated the receptor usage of the SL-CoVs by combining a human immunodeficiency virus-based pseudovirus system with cell lines expressing the ACE2 molecules of human, civet, or horseshoe bat. In addition to full-length S of SLCoV and SARS-CoV, a series of S chimeras. Chimeras. Just for the record, I'm going to go back and show y'all again. I did earlier a quick Google search for chimera. What is the definition? Well, let's look at two of them. The third definition under biology: an organism containing a mixture of genetically different tissues formed by processes such as fusion of early embryos, grafting, or mutation. These aren't my words. This is on Google. Just Google. A DNA molecule with sequences derived from two or more different organisms formed by a laboratory manipulation. Or if you really want to have a little fun, the first definition of chimera is, in Greek mythology, a fire-breathing female monster with a lion's head, a goat's body, and a serpent's tail. Or in other words, the perfect killing machine. Just saying. Where was I at? Lost my place. Blame it on my ADD. Inside joke. Was constructed by inserting different sequences of the SARS-CoV-S into the SL-CoV-S backbone. Several important observations were made from this study. First, the SL-CoV was unable to use any of the three ACE2 molecules as its receptor. Second, the SARS-CoV-S failed to enter cells expressing the BAT ACE2. Third, the chimeric S covering the previously defined receptor binding domain gained its ability to enter cells via human ACE2, albeit with different efficiencies for different constructs. Okay, you jump on down here. I got one more paragraph. If you want, I'm going to tell y'all what. I'm sure there's people in here that were not in here earlier. I am going to try my best to get these links like we do them. I think I got some of these in Discord earlier under research. Let me look real quick. I'm going to put it so y'all can see me putting it in there. Oh, that ain't what I wanted to do. Sorry, guys. I wasn't quite ready for this. Let me check and make sure we have it there. And, yep, that's the only one I got in there earlier. How about that? Okay, that way y'all can see me do those things. And I can try to, I have made a total mess of the stream now. Not on y'all's end, but on my end. It's a wreck. Find my, there we go. Got it back in the right direction now. Okay, in this study, the human immunodeficiency virus, HIV-based pseudovirus system, which means false virus, was employed to address these issues. Our results indicated that the SLCoVs protein is unable to use the ACE2 proteins of different species for cell entry, and the protein also failed to bind the ACE2 molecule of the horseshoe bat. However, when it was replaced with that from the SARS-CoV-S, the hybrid, the chimera protein, was able to use the human ACE2 for cell entry. Gain of function research. So I've left you that. You can go read the rest of all of this if you want to. It gets really scientific and technical, and quite frankly, I don't understand it. Not even going to lie and pretend that I do. But what I will tell you is I understand some of this language as into this is absolutely gain of function research, and they used a human immunodeficiency virus that was pseudovirus. It means it's false, means it's man-made, and a chimera means it's a mutation or a jam together of different things, and that's what they used to make this jump from the horseshoe bats to the humans in a lab setting. Did they do that in life? I can't prove that, but I can prove that in 2007 and 2008, the people that Dr. Fauci and Rand Paul gave the political theater about yesterday are absolutely listed here, and it's been going on for the last at least 13 years. And for those of you that want to check it out in a easier to read version, I particularly like the PDFs. It gets rid of all of the busyness crap around it, but if you like the web page version better, there is the list for that. Okay, and they talked about financing. This is one of your starts if you're interested in searching the paper trail for the financing. Money goes from the United States Treasury to the EcoHealth Alliance. EcoHealth Alliance is then the one that's able to direct these monies to China's, to Russia, to places that they can't just say we're sending money to the regular public, because the regular public might actually ask the question, well, how can we be at war with Russia and China, but all of our scientists still be working together? I mean, nobody can ask a question like that. I mean, we're going to be fighting with Russia. China's supposed to be dropping off on our shores, and Russia's going to blow everything up. But then you supposedly go up into space and NASA and all this, and there's Chinese cosmonaut, and all of that's working together. You go to the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Boy, Jules Holy Wars just brought up a word that I have not heard anybody else on YouTube but myself say. BlackRock. And if y'all don't know what BlackRock is, that's it. BlackRock is the largest holdings company in the world. They manage up to almost $1 trillion in cash and assets on a daily basis. The head man at BlackRock was just chosen to be Biden's director of finance under this great reset. And they also are starting and very, very into the Biden Institute, which had the help of being laid out by, Klaus Schwab, the Grand Poobah of the Grand Lodge of the Moose. He came over and laid it out so that they could all be connected. It is on. All right, now let's see. Did I share that link? I did. Tags. Okay, I have one more. I've actually got some stuff coming up. Hey there, Cinder, and hey Cinder, good to see you. Much love. Hello, Cinder, good to see you. Much love. Hey there, Jules, good to see you. Much love, and Scott Free, good to see you. I'm looking for a page, y'all. I'm looking for a page. This is your next link. This is your paper trails on the money. If you're interested in looking, I'm going to try to dig up this is your start. I'm going to try to dig up and get the individual pages that we need when I have time. Look, I am extremely busy, and I try to dig up as much as I can. But these links are there. If I'm wrong, hey, check it up and let me know. I could easily make mistakes. I'm a painter. I'm not a scientist or a doctor, or I ain't even stayed at a motel, a Holiday Inn Express in a while. It's been a long time. So, I mean, I even lost whatever that gave me. And I can't find my next pages. I know they're here, though. Oh, here we go. Let's start here. I think this is a good place to start. I have a couple of little stories that have popped in here, and I'm going to hit y'all with real quick. Hey, Ryan in North Carolina, good to see you. Much love to you. Watch out for that facility they be talking about in North Carolina, you know. Fauci said it yesterday. We wasn't doing it in China. We were doing it in North Carolina. Oh, my goodness. Good to see you. Okay, it came out on May the 10th. I want to pop this in here real quick because a lot of y'all know that I started early on the genetically modified mosquitoes. As a matter of fact, I hadn't had a channel but like Look, I had a channel for like 3 months. I think we had 233 subscribers. And I done a stream on the genetically modified mosquito release from Oxitec that went horribly wrong. And the mosquitoes didn't die off. They just got stronger. And I'm copying something real quick.
The pipeline is now back open.
The pipeline is back open.
Yes.
Of course it is. Everybody's out of gas and they can raise the prices. That's all it's about.
Oh, I know. That's they already said that on the news.
Yeah. Now that everybody's out of gas, now the supply is going to go up and the demand is going to go up. I mean, the demand has went up, the supply has crashed, the price will skyrocket, and then the demand will meet the supply, but the price will never go back down. That's the way that works.
Yeah, the thing, it did say that the gas would probably be back.
Yep, about a week. That's right. Okay, back to Oxitec. Anyway, I had 233 subscribers, and I think 19 people got to watch that stream, and I got strikes for it. So, I felt that these are pretty important things. On the 10th, Florida released the genetically modified mosquitoes in hopes to reduce the spread of disease. That might have something to do with the reason your weather's been so bad in Florida with all of the chemtrails, the heaviness, making it feel hot. They may be trying to get these things to go. I don't know. Anyway, right here, I'm going to call this one breaking news because of what's going on. I'm going to pop it in here for you guys in the chat. And I'm going to throw it up in Discord. I'm going to put it under news links. Alright, and that way we can check it out there. I think I missed putting some stuff in there. Alright, well, whatever I miss, I try really hard, y'all. I do the best I can. I'm scatterbrained and I'm trying. I have no idea what this is. Give me a second. That's a video playing. It's a genetically modified mosquitoes have been released for the first time in the United States, taking flight in the Florida Keys in a pilot program intended to reduce the spread of the deadly diseases such as dengue fever, yellow fever, and the Zika virus.
It's dengue.
Dengue. What?
It's dengue.
Dengue. Okay.
There's a river called
Oh yeah, right. Dengue.
Yeah.
Show my idiocy every once in a while. After an odyssey spanning more than a decade to secure regulatory approval, British-based biotechnology firm Oxitec, along with the Florida Keys Mosquito Control District, launched into the project in hopes of reducing the Aedes aegypti species that spread the disease. While Oxitec and local authorities have high hopes for the program, local residents and environmental groups worry that not enough is known about the long-term effects of the new technology. Okay, be watching for a video because I'm holding on to this and I'm going to pull back up the old stuff again and make a video on it, and it might come out this weekend. Because I would imagine I will probably have to go back to work tomorrow. I'm probably going to crash out when this stream's over, to tell you all the truth. I stayed up way too late last night. Okay, now we're going to get into something. Let's check this out. This is about the microchip manicure. For those of you that don't know, this is one step closer to the actual insertion of the microchip into your body. For those of you who might just have a little hesitancy, I've shown y'all over and over. Like right now, I can go online, and I don't have this stuff up. You can go online, and you can buy the equipment to read NFC chips, to install NFC chips, and the only thing you have to do to install the NFC chips is to go to a tattoo parlor and find somebody that's a certified piercer. Certified piercers have the training to put the NFC chip in the hand. Crap. My monitoring screen. Anyway, in the hand right here. Okay, I can see it now. Y'all probably seen it the first time. Now, a lot of people don't want to do that. Some people are already using that around this country at their workplace voluntarily to open doors, pay for snacks. They don't have to carry wallets. Open their homes. Now, these little chips, if they're a chip, we know it can be reprogrammed. It can be replaced. Come on. Now, there's a lot of people who don't like the chips. So what do we do beforehand for the people that ain't really just sure they want to put it in them, but they really aren't against all the technology? Recently, a beauty salon in Dubai Oh, I didn't share the link. Let me share the link first before I forget. I get all this done, and then I'll do it. Because if I don't, I'll forget. I'll move on, and it'll be over. And... Okay, now let's throw it up in Discord real quick under news. Y'all get to see it. And when I tell y'all how far behind I was, it was really far. So I'm trying to catch up with everything. If y'all send messages or something in Discord and I don't see them, I'm not ignoring you. It's just a lot for me to catch up on. And I got a couple of years of taxes that I'm trying to get caught up on too. So, you know, that's not hard at all. Just saying. Back to here. Recently, a beauty salon in Dubai has unenvied the country's first microchip in a manicure. What does the novel procedure enable? How is such technology replacing paper? And what issues can such devices suffer from? The introduction of electronics is... Well, I'm not even going to read all that. I'm going to just kind of show you. Recently, a salon in Dubai announced it is now offering customer nail manicures with a tech twist. The beauty salon, which does everything from nails to hair removal, also provides customers with the option with an embedded microchip on their nail. Anyway, all I skipped was them explaining what the microchip, the NFC, was. I'm sure most people already know about that in this chat. The manicure involves placing an NFC chip onto the nail, which is then covered in a gel solution, probably hydrogel. From there, the nail can be decorated as usual, whether it is glitter or basic color. The NFC device can store basic information, whether it be a phone number, email address, name, or unique ID, or possibly your vaccination information, or all of your medical information. I'm sure that'll trigger something with the algorithms. One of the major advantages of such an application is that it gives customers the option to be integrated with a microchip without an invasive procedure. What'd I tell you? You can get it, but you really ain't got to have it into your hand. Look, they call this a traditional microchip that's inserted into the hand. They're saying they're one step ahead of inserting it into the hand right there. They're calling the hand microchip, oh, that's just the old traditional stuff. Furthermore, such microchips also remove the possibility of biological rejection, which is a common danger for any implant. That actually makes sense why they would go to a nail, but the problem with that is nails grow. The dead nail just keeps pushing out as the new nail. I don't know how that works. Maybe they do it under it. Does this device create privacy concerns? We're all conspiracy theorists, truth or idiot dummies, nut jobs. Of course it creates privacy concerns. None of us in here want it, right? What about the chip shortage? That chip shortage is because they're making all the chips for us. That chip, I believe... Oh, just wait, y'all. I have a theory that I'm fixing to share with y'all. That's what I'm getting to. A straight theory. That's all I got. Okay, there's a picture of it. The little microchip just glued onto the nail. Wireless payment set to become easier than ever with NFC microchip nails. You know, cars are having problems to get chips for their computers. Computers that were $300 a year ago are $2,300 today because of the chip shortage. Right. Said they don't have that technique. Yeah. But old Klaus Schwab said, we need that in people now. We got it. So yeah, that's the same thing from Dubai. Oh, they put the pretty little crushy crystals over it. How about that?
You can't see it.
I don't know. Pretty princess? Is that what you said?
No, where you can't see the thing.
Oh yeah, they put the crushy. Yeah, you can't see it. How about that? You know, I can't hear good. I'm sorry, baby.
Somebody could rip your nail off.
Okay, now I'm going to show you exactly where we were at when I got cut down. Oh, and by the way, I want to say this. For those of you that were in my stream earlier today, I honestly don't think there was anything nefarious that went on because my internet is on Cadillac now. I've told y'all about the problems we had, the lightning we had, the storms we had. I think they actually just completely disconnected the internet, and maybe whatever they were working on, I think maybe they got that part fixed because I've had zero problems since it came back on. I don't think it was nothing nefarious. I think it was probably just timing on my part. Now, why the video got deleted on YouTube, I don't know. And I don't know if that had to do with the internet just completely going away while I was streaming and it completely just crashed. I don't know. But anyway, I don't think it was anything nefarious. But we're right back where we were at. We'll see what happens now. This is where I have to be careful with the code words. Okay, let me read you the title. The new technology and induction of in skin cells. Hope y'all got that. It's right here. I can't highlight it on this freaking PDF. Here is you a link to that art document that I'm fixing to go over. That link is actually in Discord many times already. No point to put it there. I replace this link every once in a while so I don't have to look back far from it now. Okay. Department of Nuclear, Subnuclear and Radiation Physics, G. Marconi University, Rome, Italy. This didn't come from the brain of Fallout in the sticks, Mississippi. This didn't come from Joe Blow conspiracy theory living out in the desert in a bunker. This came from the G. Marconi University in Rome, Italy. In this research, we show that this technology could be absorbed by dermatologic cells acting like antennas. Remember antennas. I'm fixing to try to paint a picture, guys. Y'all gonna have to stay with me. You're gonna have to hang in there. And half of you might even think I'm crazy when this is over. This is not fixed. I'm not trying to point to y'all any type of science that's doing one particular thing. I'm trying to take these little particular things and look at what's possible in the big picture. I'm trying to look at it from the criminal end of it, such as what they're doing, not caring about me, what could be possible. Using me, wanting my energy, wanting to be able to steal my energy and sell it back to me, you know. Because, I mean, nobody would try to pull CO2 out of the air and turn it into a fuel and then sell it back to you and tax you for this. Oh, wait a minute. They're already doing that in Canada with carbon engineering. You got to think that way. And that's also a journey of Mr. Bill Gates and Dr. David Keith. Look it up, carbonengineering.com. Don't trust me. I don't want you to.
I ask the kids all the time when they think they're going to have to pay for air.
Yeah.
What point in society are
Right.
we going to have to pay for air?
What point are we going to be paying for air? We're paying for it now.
How far back did we not have to pay for water?
Right.
Now we have to, so they can poison us.
They
So they
dilute
keep
and
their
kill.
pipes right.
Right.
They poison us.
Yeah.
To give us water that we have to pay for.
Yeah, right. Yeah. When we start paying for stuff, that's when it's poison. As long as it's free, the water's running down the creek. The horse drinks it, the dog drinks it, the man drinks it. You take it up to your house. Well, we're going to run it in some pipes and put all these chemicals in there and ruin your brain and kill your body. And now we need you to send us a check for it. Oh, what a wonderful world we live in. Wonderful world we live. To feel... Where did I was at somewhere else. I love having my wife in here with me, y'all. This is great. This structure could be divided into linear, toroid, and round inductors. Inductors interact with external electromagnetic waves. Remember that term, these electromagnetics, externals. We all know this about being energy, but I want you guys to listen to these words and then listen to the words when I start reading the medical and scientific documents, because we're fixing to get into some stuff that, hey, we're getting there. Let me just get there. These waves produce some holes in liquids within the nucleus. To fill these holes, some extra hexagonal and pentagonal bases are produced. These bases could join to each other and form virus-like structures such as... To produce these viruses within cells, it is necessary that the wavelength of external waves be shorter than the size of the cell. Thus, the new technology could be good candidates for applying in constructing these structures within cells. Okay? Thus, yeah, absolutely good, Mackie. She keeps me straight. She's the one that helps keep me in there. Thus, 5G millimeter waves could be good candidates for apply. I said it, didn't I? Well, let me not put the whole thing together. This technology could be good candidates for applying in constructing virus-like structures such as the sickness within cells. Okay, now, I'm going to leave this one because I've probably said enough about it already. And let's start in 1999. Okay, first of all, I'm going to give y'all a little overview and try to... I'm going to try to... This is hard, guys, because it's all... This was all done in the middle of the night, and it's all kind of been just rolling around in my head all day. Energy. Energy, the Department of Energy, actually has its hand at the top of everything you ever research governmentally. If you want to research it, I don't care if it involves the Department of Homeland Security, if it involves the Department of Transportation, if it involves anything, it also has a faction that is tied into the Department of Energy. The Department of Energy is actually the top dog of the food chain of departments in this country. We are energy. Now, I've been reading a lot of stuff for a long time, and I even brought it out on my D-Live channel well over a year ago. Actually, one of the first presentations I ever put together was, that we would become slaves to the tech world, and that we would be clicking I agree all the way. You know what, Jules? I've been going over that book on the D-Live. The one that was written by Ralph Epperson. Yeah, I've been reading that too. That's freaking wild. As a matter of fact, I might show that today or tomorrow, because I'm trying to get where I'm on YouTube more. Okay, so I've kind of got this idea and this theory that I am into right now. From what I understand, there are some doctors that are telling lollipopped people, do not come to my place of practice. Okay, that throws me a flag. And then I started seeing these pictures of magnets sticking to people. Okay, for me, a magnet sticking to somebody, that wasn't so much a big, oh my gosh, look, there's a magnet sticking to me, what are they doing? Because you got to understand, our bodies are made of metals. I mean, we have minerals and elements in us. And everything else has minerals and elements too. But a magnet, in order to harness electricity, y'all, I'm sorry, this is scattered, but in order to harness electricity, we drag copper through a magnetic field. That's how we harness the electricity. That's how we harness the power that we get. You don't create it. You can't destroy it. You can only transfer it from one place to another. So that's when they talk about zero point energy, is when you get the exact amount of energy out that it took to put it in to create what you're doing. That's what they're working on with the tokamaks and everything else. Technically, our bodies and our heart create the same type of electromagnetic... Where did I put that at? That might be on a different... Y'all are gonna have to... Okay, check out this diagram. Let me blow this up a little bit. If I can. I might not know how. Where did it go? Okay, this is a PDF, so I may not... Oh, here we go. Let's see. This is intrapersonal and an interpersonal bioelectromagnetics interaction. Okay? As indicated in Figure 2, bioelectromagnetic interactions occur within and between people. The heart generates the largest electromagnetic field in the human body. As measured on an electrocardiogram, the heart is about 60 times greater in amplitude than brain waves measured on an electroencephalogram. The presence of electromagnetic interactions within and between people have vast implications for interpersonal communication, psychotherapy, healing, and future-related research. Future-related research. This came out from 2014, 2003, and 2014. Healing and future-related research and practice which have hardly been tapped. So we're in the early stages of all of this. And you see the way this is going. If you notice, if you were to be standing about right here, you would be kind of social distancing, right? Okay. That's what I wanted to show y'all here, and then I wanted to move on. Okay, to get that link right there, you can go right here. I don't know how to share a download link for a PDF yet, but if you go there, you can click download, or you can just click view full text. That's what I did, presentation. I will get that up into Discord real quick because I don't want to lose it either, and I don't really know exactly where. I did all of this so fast, I'm not exactly sure I could just go find it again. And let me remind y'all that piece by each individual piece may not mean that much, but I think all of it together means a little bit. If you look right here, you got spectrum emission or wave propagation to make communications to identify any object emitting frequency. Human body emit very low electronic signal as temperature, heat. Okay, I find it funny on DLive. I went through some of this last year on the DLive channel, where they actually claimed in the medical journals that the human average temperature had been dropped to 97.9. And this was from medicalexpress.com at the time, and I found that on physics.org, not at a conspiracy site. That was the scientific world talking to each other. Okay, so now they view the low electronic signal as temperature and heat, the brainwave data, theta, alpha, beta, and gamma. Okay, the bioelectromagnetic field, which is unique for every human body. This is electronic signal frequency ID of each subject. Radar electronic signal detect the human body for modulation human brainwave. So we've got the heart creating a magnetic field, and we've got the brain that's creating the modulated brainwave of what I was going out. The delta, and you have the deltas of frequency range up to 4 hertz, theta is 4 to 7, alpha is 8 to 12, beta is 12 to 30, gamma is 30 to 100, and the other one is 8 to 13. I can't see that letter real well. It's kind of smudged on my screen. So we've got all of this going on, and that come from this thing with mind control and brain mapping. Here's a link for that if you want it. I'm going to share a link that has a lot of this stuff in it in a minute, though, but that's that if you want it. Okay. A lot of this stuff I did find right here. This has became a pretty good website that I was looking over. I don't know about everything on it, but so far what I've found has actually been great information. It's simply radiationdangers.com, and it's very interesting to say the least. A lot of information. Okay, now with what I just said, with what we've got going on, magnetic fields, everything happening. Let's start back here. Where was I at? Golly, I know I probably sound like a crazy man right now. I haven't heard anybody else talking about this at all, anywhere, ever. So, if y'all find anybody else talking about this, let me know, because I'd love to know what they think about it too. Hemodynamic changes induced by liposomes and liposome-encapsulated hemoglobin in pigs. A model for pseudo-allergic cardiopulmonary reactions to liposomes. Okay, listen, this is in pigs, but this is the important part. A model for pseudo-allergic cardiopulmonary reaction to liposomes. Role of complement and inhibition by soluble something. They know that these nanoparticles and the liposomes and stuff that they're using, such as well, I don't know where it went. I had it up here a while ago. Here it is. Such as CordinaPharma.com, and my DLive people know about this. Cordon Pharma is the company that creates the peptides, the lipids, and they also create, let's get on down here, lipid manufacturing. Where is it at? Lipids and carbohydrates. Lipids. Okay, this is the company that creates all the nanolipids for the like the Moderna vaccine. And they now have 4 facilities where before this they had 1. And part of this webpage is now gone. Of course it is. Ah, there it is. They just took it and turned the print black on it so maybe people wouldn't click. Liposomes, 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 stability of liposomes. You can go and check out all of their phospholipids, but what you come to find out is that these are man-made nanotechnologies. Man-made nanotechnologies that are being produced for the lollipops, and you can actually look at the chemical compositions here, and they go into a lot of it. I've done a lot of streams on this actually, so just keep in mind. There we go. Ionizable lipids and lipid nanoparticles. Initiates like C12-200 allow a lower dose. This is what's in the mRNA 1278, I do believe. That would be the Moderna. It's called a small interfering RNA, siRNA. Highlight it right there. Directed liver genes silenced in mice at doses below 0.1 kilogram, which means they shut their liver gene down. I don't know if any of y'all have watched the Richie from Boston stream lately. They can do that. He was having some liver problems. I haven't seen any videos of his in a while till today, but I just happened to see that. That is also a problem with radiation poisoning. So we get in. And I don't know if that has anything to do with this. I'm just saying it was just something. I don't know why that came out. Anyway, don't matter. Prayers for Richie. Anyway, he's going to be added in at the end. This is the company that makes the nanoparticles for the lollipops. All right, that's the. If you want to find them, this is where you find them. I think Corden Pharma. There you go. It's up on the screen. I will throw this into our Discord real quick to make sure that we've got it. I think I'm going to keep it under research as well because it's just a website. And I'll be able to go back and find it pretty quickly. The lipids in the jab, they are the nanos that carry the mRNA. Except for the company that makes it, Rhonda, they don't call it mRNA. They call it siRNA, small interfering ribonucleic acids. It's on their page. They also call that the identical thing as Cas9 CRISPR technology. It's all the same. Okay. Now, back to where I was at. A model for pseudo-allergic cardiopulmonary reactions. We've had people that are having problems with breathing, problems with neurological issues, problems. That's the problems that they're having once they get the lollipop. Now they have magnets sticking to the injection site. I'm not sure about any of this. These are ideas and thoughts I'm having. I'm trying to paint a picture. But that magnet sticking to people kind of makes me believe that maybe something's changing within our physiology just a little bit. And it really wouldn't be that hard to maybe mess with our electromagnetosphere, if you would. As to where if we started to get in proximity with people, like I shown you, they started finding out in the 90s just how being in proximity with people, your energy or magnetic force actually interferes with their energy and magnetic force and runs off on each other.
Laying hands and praying.
Laying hands on and praying. It makes a difference when everybody comes together. And I think that we even get that when we come together just in our mind. So, with all that being said, to me it's not so far-fetched that they're not injecting what's into your body to turn you into the antenna they need to be connected to a central mainframe quantum computer to read your thoughts, know your position, know exactly what's going on with you, know your medical condition, be able to know your energy output levels at all times so that they would know how much energy to drain from each generator at each point in time, because we already know that PG&E is buying power that's being beamed down from however they're catching it up, and you know that's how they're starting the fires. There's a tower that they say they're actually receiving power from out in Utah. I think it's Utah. Mike Morales was on top of that. So if they're already doing that, and we know people have been being targeted for a long time, if you want to go back many years, go back and find the people who were victims of spontaneous combustion. That's microwave attacks. That's radar attacks. That's why the bodies burn up and nothing around it, because the microwave only burn up what had water in it. It won't burn wood because there's not moisture in it. It'll just dry the moisture out. If you're sitting here, you're full of water, you're cooking. Okay, now I'm looking, I thought I had something highlighted in here, but I don't. Like I said, a lot of this I'm really not understanding it. I'm just putting together. Let's see where we went next. Paper proposing COVID-19, dang it, I said it. Magnetism linked to be retracted. Of course it's to be retracted. It must have been true. A peer-reviewed paper suggesting that is caused not by this thing here, you know, the SARS thing, but by magnetic anomalies will be retracted. Huh. Funny, they had to retract everything that attached COVID to SARS, to technology in any kind of way. Anyway, with that being said, let's go back around. This stream's probably going to crash. Okay, here's what we go. It's not that it's wrong at all. I wanted to read y'all this. A paper like this gets out there, it's published in some supposedly peer-reviewed journal, and it makes the rest of the field look stupid. Yeah, you know why? Because somebody that wasn't paid for did some research and said, check this out. And then somebody that said, hey, my funding comes from Fauci. My funding comes from the EU. My funding comes from Harvard University. My funding comes from the UN. My funding comes from people who are globalists. 100% of the time, scientists agree with the people that keep them in work. They scared to lose their jobs, so they say what they want to say. They're not real.
Everything's biased.
I tell y'all, I say some stupid things. Y'all know this is real. There may have been something else in here I want to read. Okay, so we've got that. So we have the link between this, which was removed, and you know, at least we had the other one removed that I just showed y'all about the new technology and the and the skin cells. That was removed, and that was from the G. Marconi University. Remember that. You know, little old place. Now, the lipid nanoparticles that are used in the delivery vehicle for Moderna's mRNA and biotech's whatever. If you start going through these, wait a minute, I know what I need to do. I am so sorry. I forgot to share this link. Copy. I forgot to put it where it needs to go. Wow. 57 of y'all in here. That's awesome. Thank you so much, everybody that's here watching. I appreciate it. I hate it when that uncovers and I see those numbers. The ADD kicks in and I lose what I'm doing. Research links. I'll leave that there because it did have a couple of them in it. And then y'all bear with me. If I don't do this now, it won't get done. I didn't put that one anywhere in Discord, but I did give it to y'all. See y'all, this is why I stay so far behind. I lost my place. Okay, I'm still going to use that stuff, so it'll be okay. I will throw Cordina Pharma up in Discord, and I can close that one. Heads up while I'm doing this, I'm not going to stream to D-Live tonight. I stayed up extremely too late last night. It's supposed to be beautiful here tomorrow, and unlike everybody else, I was pretty smart over the weekends, and even though we don't go and get crazy, we anticipated about a week of problems, so we've got 15, 20 gallons of gas, and the truck is full. And that'll be fine to get to work the rest of the week. So there's cord and pharma done. So I'm going to go to bed early tonight and probably skip out on D-Live, but I'll be back tomorrow on D-Live and hopefully maybe even have a little more on this that I'm looking at. Anyway, my whole thing right now with what I'm trying to show you guys is that, call it what, it's just a theory in my mind, but all of this has something to do with our energy and using us for power plants. I think that's had to do with the, if you look right here, I lost it. That picture I showed y'all earlier about the distance, I think that had to do with a lot of the testing about measuring people's energy level. I think your phones do that. Now look here at 2019. This study comes from the NCBI, the National Institute of Health anyway. Here's another one. Guys, it's funny because I feel like a crazy man sitting here talking about this. And my wife's being really quiet, so not knowing where she's standing on, I'm like, am I a nut job, baby? She shrugged her shoulders. Liquid polymer hybrid nanoparticles.
I know you
Our
too
next,
well.
my wife, she says, I know you too well. I know you are. Our next generation core shell nanostructures, conceptually derived from both liposome and polymeric nanoparticles, where a polymer core remains enveloped by a lipid layer. Although they have garnered significant interest, they remain not yet widely exploited or ubiquitous. Okay. In particular, the outer surface can be decorated in multifarious ways for active targeting of anti-cancer therapy, delivery of DNA or RNA materials. This has all been, remember, was just nothing but a cancer therapy until all of a sudden, bam, here's how we give it to people, and then it became, well, immunoprophylaxis, genomic editing. Now, I think what I had done here was, okay, down here there was a sighting that went to efficacy and safety of intramural thermotherapy using magnetic iron oxide nanoparticles combined with external beam radiotherapy on patients with recurrent glioblastoma multiforme. Okay, I think found that. And then I found this. Surface design of magnetic nanoparticles for stimuli-responsive cancer imaging and therapy. Okay, so if we're here now in 2017, we have the surface design, which is called, look, magnetic nanoparticles have been extensively studied for their potential applications to cancer diagnosis and treatment. However, various obstacles limit the use of nanoparticles for delivery in the tumor microenvironment. As a viable solution to such obstacles, advances in nanoparticle surface engineering augmented by a profound understanding of cancer physiology present new opportunities for MNP-based imaging and therapeutic agents. Stimuli-responsive ligands, rationally designed to interact with various physiochemical aspects, can improve the performance of MNPs in cancer targeting, imaging, and therapy. In this review, we highlight recent progress in the design of MNP-based stimuli-responsive nanomaterials and their applications to cancer diagnosis and treatment. So, they will say to you, and I've seen it in there, oh, those magnets are a hoax. They're not sticking to people. Well, you know what? They also said that Biden being there with the Grand Dragon of the KKK was not true. Well, technically they were right. They were able to say that. Well, that was because he was the exalted Cyclops in West Virginia in his little town. See what they do there? He was still in the Klan and still hanging out with Biden, but they called it false because the detail was wrong. That's like what the FBI does. is your name so-and-so and so-and-so, and they happen to mispronounce it, and you go, yeah, well, you just lied to the FBI, and you're in trouble no matter what you say, therefore, your best answer to any police officer at any point in time for me is, I don't answer questions. Okay, so you got this right here. The surface design, we know nanoparticles for stimuli-responsive cancer imaging, but we have what is a lollipop if it's not stimuli-responsive, right? So let's go to, here, what's it say? An amplified electrochemical immunosensor, based on in situ produced 1 naphthol as electroactive substance and graphene oxide and PT nanoparticles functionalized CEO2 nanocomposites as signal enhancer, or, I'm not going to read all this, you read it, I'm going to give you the link, or nanoparticles turning you into an antenna. Hello? If you're an antenna, that means you can send and receive information. They say that the human body, your bones, are the best place to store information because of the unavailability to hackers. If you don't believe that, you should go to phys.org and start reading their technology stuff every day. It's more than I can bring out every day. We're going to try to get there more and more. This is a labor of love, not a job. What's this one? The long life dosage. Let me go ahead and share the link. You know, these are publications. Uh-oh, I messed that up. Like I said, it's a big part of a puzzle that I think we're trying to put together. But I'm trying to put it together. Huh. There we go. After what I'm reading, I don't really see it that crazy. I think the premise behind what's making it happen is crazy. I think they are turning us into generators with antennas that they can take the energy from. And I know how crazy that sounds. I didn't want to be that guy. I wanted to be the guy to come on and go, okay, the crazy stuff's out there. This is what's really going on. They're going to poison us, make us sick, and kill us. And now I'm going, oh my God. And my wife, I don't know, she might think I'm a nut too. She walked out. So, I don't know. Comprehensive review on current interventions, diagnostics, and nanotechnology. I'm not sure why I've got that up there. Let me see. I must have searched something in it. Like I said, I'm actually so tired. I've been looking through this stuff, and it's actually got me kind of burnt out on it. But I want it. Maybe this is the one I'm hunting. Whatever it is, they're slowing my speed down right now, and it's not affecting the stream at all, but my browser is not wanting to work. Well, those two just aren't wanting to open. Don't remember exactly what's on them, but I'll put the links in here anyway. Hey. Magnetic field activated sensing of mRNA in living cells. There we go. That's the reason. That's the one that was hard to come up. How about that? I knew there was one. Detection of specific mRNA in living cells has attracted significant attention in the past decade. Probes that can be easily delivered into cells and activated at the desired time. Activated how at the desired time? Maybe with a signal from the new big towers that are up? I don't know. Maybe so, because you're a frickin' antenna. Can contribute to understanding translation, trafficking, and degradation of mRNA. Here we report a new strategy termed magnetic field activated binary deoxyribosome sensor. It's called a MABIDS sensor that enables both efficient delivery and temporal control. Temporal control of mRNA sensing by magnetic field. Look, right here. It enables both efficient delivery and temporal control of mRNA sensing by magnetic field. Controllable by magnetic field. My beads uses 2 species of magnetic beads conjugated with different compounds of multi-component deoxyribosome sensor. Yada, yada, yada. You know what? One of these stories talks a lot about luciferase too. But I've read so much, it's all really starting to go together. I think I have shared with y'all my thoughts and insights of where I'm at. And I've shared with you guys the link so that you can go check it out yourself. And we can kind of see what's going on. Now, let's hit a little lighter note. I would like to... and that is it's a news story. I'm not going to get into that. Jules was talking about a book a while ago called The New World Order. This came out in 1989, and I would like... And look, number one, I don't believe that these people that write these books, I don't believe that these people that come out and they have any type of high credentials, I don't think they're coming out and telling you the truth because they care about you or they're truthers or anything. They are controlled opposition to guide us in the way that they want us to go. And I'm not having anything to do with it no more. If you got a doctor by your name, I'm done with you. If you've got that by your name, if you've got a NASA scientist by your name, I'm done with you. And it ain't personal. It's me trying to find the truth right now. If I have to sit in my little room and read these things till I never understand them and I die, I'm trying it because it's really... I'm going to tell y'all like Monty says, it's time for the nobodies. All those doctors, all those military people that are breaking things out, those people are somebodies. We're in different groups. And I personally want to try to find this out on my own. And even if I'm wrong, let me tell you this. Everything I tell you, I pray about it before I start this stream. I pray that my words come out so that they're helpful to the Father and that they're not negative in any way. And I do my best to do this in a way I come across as hot and brought up. I'm hoping that makes you giggle a little bit and does not induce fear. I am not here to bring on the fear. I hate people who just go, oh my gosh, go get your food, you're all going to die. Listen, the gas tanks are empty. You know what's going to happen? They're going to flip the switch. They're going to fill the pipeline back up. Trucks are going to run next week. Call work. Tell them you ain't coming. Make sure you got food for a couple days. Take you a vacation and hang out with your family and flip what they want to happen. Have fun. Stay at home. Tell them I can't make it. Tell them I got COVID. You don't want me around. Okay? And then you take that time and you do what I do. I've enjoyed being home. I've learned what I've learned here. And well, let's just say, I'm not saying I've learned anything, but boy, there's a lot of crap in my head that seems to be painting a picture. Live your life, people. Don't let them take that from you, period. We got to enjoy that part. We're here to live life and to have that life more abundantly. We were guaranteed that. We've got somebody that takes that yoke upon them, carries it for us, and is trying to show us. See, here's the thing. Even if I'm wrong right now about this little energy thing, thinking that way may lead me to a breakthrough in some kind of way. Because I might research it in a way nobody else will. That's the way I think. Normally, I wouldn't have brought all of this to y'all because I didn't have it in a concise manner yet. I'm afraid if I waited, I might not make it here with all the information, so I've piled it back up today and I brought it here. And I want the links out there so that the other people who are looking, they can go, hey, maybe he's onto this, but maybe he missed this, and they can tell me. Because I'm not that guy going, I know I'm right. Don't you send me an email telling me I'm wrong. I don't know nothing. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Now, in 1989, from the book, The New World Order, the new structuring will redistribute property from the have nations and will give it to the have not nations. The New World Order will include changes in the family. Homosexual marriages will be legalized. Parents will not be allowed to raise their children. All women will be employed by the state and not allowed to be homemakers. Divorce will become exceedingly easy and monogamous marriage will be slowly phased out. The workplace, the government will become the owner of all the factors of production. Huh. Yeah. Fascism, stakeholder capitalism, Great Reset, letting the corporations decide. Oh, we'll let the corporations make the the lollipop mandatory, and the government won't have to do it. The private ownership of property will be outlawed. Oh, really? Well, it seemed like just last year they said, in 2030, you'll own nothing and be happy, happy, happy. Religion will be outlawed, and believers will be either eliminated or imprisoned. There will be a new religion, the worship of man and his mind. All will believe in the new religion. Guys, I'm telling you something. Right now is the time that the occultic books, the ancient books, the Holy Bible, especially Revelations, they all tell the same story. Now, in my life, growing up in a Pentecostal church, especially as a child, I have heard stories of people on their deathbeds of how what they were seeing was so horrible and they were given a chance to repent. And some of them actually lived and come back and told about it. I've never heard of a Christian repenting and denying Christ at death. Ever. I think Muhammad, when he died, said, "I do not know the meaning of life." Christ said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. You come to the Father no other way but through me." It's funny how he was very absolute. Take that for how you want. If you're not a Christian, remember, they're coming for Christians now in Canada. And if you don't want to help stand up for them, they won't be there to help stand up for you when they come to take your gun. And then if both of y'all are gone, they won't be there to stand up. Neither will want to be there to stand up for the guys who are losing them. They won't have no freedom of speech. They'll wonder, where's my help? They will take each group slowly and surely because the groups are headbutting each other. You don't have to be a Christian brother for me to stand beside you. You have to be respectful of the human race. And I will stand beside you and fight to the end as a nobody for the human race. And then we can talk about the other later. I'll pray for you. Pray for you all the time. But we got to get past all of these. Whatever you are is different than me. Because that's how they keep 99% from taking over one.
That's how they've always done it.
Yep. Guys, I have actually went way longer than I thought I would, and I have had more viewers than I've ever had at one time, I think, without being connected with somebody else on the stream, and that's freaking awesome. I appreciate you guys. I don't know that I've ever had like this before. I've got up in late top 60s, I think, so. And normally I don't just look at that, but it's up there right now because I had moved something. I try my best not to look at that because that's really not a big deal to me. But it's cool that people are around. Okay, look, here's the deal. For those of you that may be in here and be new, I am a believer and follower of Jesus Christ. And I will be till the day I die. I have no fear of death. I have no fear of what they can do to me because my treasures are laid up in heaven and they're not laid up on earth. I used to lay my treasures up on earth and I was a horribly miserable individual. Now I'm only a halfway miserable individual. Which is that's like 100% increase as bad as mine was. So, and we're getting there. So at the end of every stream, I say a prayer for everybody that wants to be in here to pray. If you don't want to be in the prayer, we just ask that you bow out gracefully. And for all of you that do, if you have anything that would like to be requested, now's the time that you can put it up into the chat. And even if I miss it because my eyes are bad and my ADD, we know the Father sees it. I want everybody in here, if you don't know who Above Ground World News is and Mike Morales, praying for his wife still. I think she's getting better, but the second eye surgery didn't go as well as the first one. But you know, he did say that it's just taking a little more time. And I want y'all to remember Richie. You know, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. There's times I have been questionable about some of the things he says, but now that I look back on it, it's because I was having problems with the people he was talking to. I was struggling with it in my heart that something just wasn't right. And when he come back and fixed it with that last video and blowed him out of the water, okay, I got it. But anyway, it don't matter. Even if he was my enemy and he's sick, pray for Richie. I know there's more, baby. Is there anything that just... Oh, I have a good friend, somebody that I know, and I don't know if they want it shared or not. But just remember Fallout's friend that is going through a really, really tough time right now. A really big struggle, and I've kind of been waiting on him to give me a call. I got little messages, and I said, look, man, these messages, you need to call. We need to talk. We pray together, whatever. And then I didn't get to hear, and I didn't hear from him. So I want y'all to remember my buddy, and when he knows when I know more, he wants to talk, whatever. But anyway, I just want y'all to remember my buddy. And then I have another buddy that just needing some guidance with him and some help in the life, and possibly some changes and being around, and some other people maybe in the life, and maybe a special lady. So we want prayer for them. And in this truther movement, two people can be awake and be on so opposite sides of the spectrum, just not quite come together. Let's pray that God helps straighten that out for them in the middle. And so yeah, I talk about all these things first because as long as we get it out in the open and we put these frequencies out in the air, we're fixing to bust hell wide open with the power of the Father on top of them. You know what I mean? Is there anything else, sweetheart? And remember, I tried. Gutta's not in here, but I just say I can close my eyes and see it. Pray for our enemies. All right, here we go. My baby's hands, so she's in here. Father, we thank you for allowing us to come together. I thank you for allowing me to get all of this out, and I thank you for putting this information in front of me and giving me any type of ability to understand any of it. I truly am appreciative of the opportunity to do your work. Father, I ask that you be with everybody watching, everybody listening, and anybody that happens to watch later, that you'll protect them by the Holy Spirit and the full armor of God, that you'll give them the shielding and the protection and the clothing and the weaponry needed to go out every day and stand up tall and not face the world with fear, not be cowered down, not be affected by the fiery darts that the devil throws, but pick them up, throw them back, stand up, and just know that no matter what happens, that our home is not this home. Father, we have all of these people that are suffering around the world right now. I know everyone is your child. And right now your children are in a mess. And I have no idea how to ask for any of that. Father, I just want you to know that it breaks my heart to see what's happening. And I just pray that you let your people know and all the people around know that you're real, and that let them see that in your power. Father, I ask you to be with my buddy that's dealing with what he's dealing with. You know all the issues and you know what's going on, and the only thing I can ask is to send the Holy Spirit to be with him and to give him strength through all of it. And then my friends that are going in a different direction, life-changing direction at times, I pray that you be with them and guide that, so that every step that's made is made and it's made behind you, so that they're following on the right path, and so that their guidance and their direction and the trust with you and the trust with each other can grow and grow. Father, I ask you to be with Shelley, protect her eye, take care of it and heal it. I ask you all these things in Jesus' name. Father, I know there's a bunch in this chat that are suffering. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but we're here together. We know you're in the midst, and we know that power is real. And I pray that you go be with everybody in this chat tonight and give them that uplifting, that caring that they need, that you protect everything that they have so that we can all get through this upcoming whatever it is together. Thank you for your Son that you sent so that we could ask for healing straight to you. We could come straight to you for our salvation through him and not have to deal with any other men on this earth who are flawed like ourselves. And it's in Jesus' name that I pray. Okay. Guys, I love you all, and I appreciate you all. Ryan in North Carolina. Jay Vela. Jay Vela, good to see you. Long time no see. I missed a while. Rhonda, Ryan in North Carolina. I've read you twice. Mary Quiet, Marcy T, Mr. Joe, John Hart, Bill Stagman, all of you guys came on in here tonight, and I love all of you. Paris Logan, Lynette, Captain Rankin. Y'all, I have to roll slow. I can't see that good, especially after I've been staring at the screen that long. Stephanie, Anti-Socialism Tweet. All of you guys. It was great to be back. Yeah, Make America Wait Again, trucking stuff. That's funny. Guys, yeah, check it out. Cinder Loner. Love you guys. And yeah, it's already being 6:30. Probably going to allow my kid to come in here. I think he wants to play on the computer now that it's working a lot better. I'm probably going to let him have it, and I'm probably going to get out of this technology for a while. If I can get my phone set up, I may start doing some lunchtime streams where I just come on and talk for a minute and tell y'all what I'm thinking, because I'm going to be doing a lot of thinking about this energy thing. A lot of my D-Live guys know I spent a lot of time researching Tokamaks Eater and all that, and so yeah, try to get into all that. Well, you guys, I don't even want to go. It's been so long, and I enjoy it so much, but I've got to. Remember, love God, love your neighbor, and love yourself. Only commandment. One commandment was given unto you. If you do them three, you'll pretty much follow the rest of them. I love you guys.